Well, hello, fellers and fellas. I am so glad that you're here, that you come here to help me today on a Wednesday. Wednesday? Where'd that come from? Must be Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. That's why you're here. You know, people have asked me, well, what are you going to do now? And I have to say, well, I don't really know right now, because the next thing I need to do is get my clutch engaging in and out, because right now it's stuck in neutral. So what we're going to do is, once I get this here tire fixed, that's what we're going to try to do. If you'll notice, it's only flat on one side, though. If I put it up here, that tire ain't flat no more. So I don't know. Hey, you tell me. You come on back, all right? And we'll figure this thing out together. Look in, y'all. Hey! Not a single one. Get up in there. Alright, so let's pull this off. That's all of it. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I know what it is, I think this rim is so rusted, it ain't holding air. But we'll see. Alright, so what we finna do is we're going to put air in this here tire, we hope, and we're just gonna stick it on here. Now if you ain't got one of these things, man, you're messing up. Alright, so we're gonna turn this thing on. I'm gonna put some air to it, and let's see what happens. I think what we're going to find is that this thing is going to be leaking around here. Even though I kind of redid that thing, I still had some rust pockets around that. And I got them all cleaned up and painted and all that stuff, but it still could be leaking out of there. Alright then, we're going to give that a few minutes. There's my little dog over there. Where you going, dog? Alright, well anyway. Okay, so she's got some air in her now. Let's see where that air is going. Oh, I know where the dog's going. He don't want to be here. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see what, oh, look. Yeah, I would say this is a pretty good bit right around in here. Yeah, this is not good. Let me go get the good camera and let you see that. Alright, well let's take a look at this. Is it me, or do you think that might cause this tire to go down pretty quickly? I mean, like all the way around. So it looks like either I'm going to need new rim, I may need two, or well, I don't know. We're going to have to bust this off and see if we can't get that rim clean. Alright then. Alright fellas, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to one of these, tire shops, Mexican tire shops. You know, they're everywhere, so I like our guy. He'll work with me. And I'm glad all these colors are washed out. That's really, you know, I don't have my phone, so I got the worst camera that I can find while I'm driving, apparently. So, there you go. But what we're going to do is I'm going to get him to take this tire off of the rim, and I brought a side grinder and my wire wheel, and I'm going to see if I can clean it up, paint it, because I brought my undercoat paint, and I'm going to get him to put it back on, and let's see if it'll hold air. It's a plan. What do you do? Hey, how you doing?
Alright, how you doing?
Want to see what you're going to charge me for pulling this wheel off. I've got a bad problem with it leaking all the way around. This is off a 52 pickup truck, and so I bought these tires from him, and I bought 4, but this is the only one that hadn't seated right. Okay, so well, what I want you to do is pull it off and just give it back to me. I brought some wire wheels and a disc, and I'm going to clean it up and paint it again while I'm right here, and then we'll put it back on there. $10. Sounds great. So far, so good. $10. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. You act like you've done that a time or two.
Oh, yeah.
You can hold on to that. Yeah, I'll be. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Alright. What's up, bud?
All right. Let's see what we can do about it. Oh yeah, they're all rusted up. Yep. That ain't good, and this ain't good either. Alright, so I don't know how much of this video is going to be any good. Let's see if I can at least get some of it. Alright, so I need to go to the inside here. I need to put some glasses on too, because I can't see. Yeah, that's real bad right there. Real bad. I don't think that right there is going to do it. Let me see if I can get. Let's see if I can get the grinder on it a little bit. That's gonna be iffy. Right there, that's where it's going to leak. That's where it's going to leak. all we can do now is pray. I don't even know if that'll help. Probably not. Well, okay. It ain't leaking. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. I guess we'll see. Yeah. Loving this. Alright, so I just left there. That was Anthony that I met. He was just a super cool dude. And he worked with me on it. And hey man, I sanded it down as you saw, and wire brushed it, and then put a undercoat on it, and it seemed to do. So we in good shape now, I hope. Alright. And before we go any further, there's one thing we have all forgot to do. A Slurpee. You ready to do a Slurpee? Everybody? Banjo! You got your Slurpee? Huh? Tammy? Philip? Jim? Jeff? Come on, man. All you folks out there. Come on, let's do a Slurpee. You ready? 1, 2, 3. No, I was playing. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Slurpee. One more. Triple Slurpee. Man, that's hot. Alright, so what we got here is just to let you know, I got my better camera running now, hopefully. Woohoo! Alright, so like I said, his name was Anthony. He worked with me on this, and so we got her going. So I checked for air leaks. Let me tell you something. When I put it in the back of my truck, it was already flat. I filled it up. It was already flat before I got into town. And so I was able to clean it up with my wheel and my disc grinder, and was able to paint it, and got it mounted again. No leaks. Woohoo! No leaks. Alright, so let's mount this thing and be done with this wheel, I hope. Hopefully. Where are you? Where are you at? Hey, here's one. Where are you? It keeps moving. They always keep moving. Get on. Yeah. Come on, foot. Come on. You're almost there. Where are you? Right there. Come on. Quit moving. There we go. All right. You don't have to put them on in every other one, but hey, why not? Because you could just get away with 3 if you just roll it around in the yard, but I ain't just rolling it around in the yard, because the next thing I want to do is, once I get this on here, I want to get up under the truck, take a look at the clutch and see why it ain't performing like it's supposed to. Because I want to get this truck up and running down the road, right? I mean, I know that's why y'all here. Alright, let's see now. Alright, I'm gonna go up on it a little bit here. And let's get this out from under it. We know that's iffy, don't we? Because we done seen it fall over once. Alright, there's that. Okay. Always have two ways for it to stop. Alright, here we go. Woohoo! That looks pretty good. I like it, I like it. My wheel up under there has quit rolling. Let's go ahead and fall down and knock a dent. You see what I'll do? Nothing. That's what I'll do. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm liking it. Alright, so now all I gotta do is pop this back on there and get, you know what? There's a rock. We don't want that in there. On the top first. Hit it. Ooh, now my ear's ringing. Put this in there. I know I always have trouble with this. I wonder if, what do you think? You like it without the rims? I don't know. That was hard. Huh? Alright, let's see where we're going to go from here. Because I sure don't know. Woo! Alright, fellers and fellettes, I think this is where I'm going to end it. It's been about 8 hours or so, and the tire is still up, looking good. In fact, all of them look good. I elected to go ahead and put the dress rings back on there. Now the whole truck needs to be washed, cleaned, and I need to get up under there. And what I want to do is power wash the underneath of this thing, because that's where I'm fixing to have to go. And I won't, if you watched, I don't know which one it was, but all that dirt and mess fell down on top of me and is hot, and you know what I'm saying. So anyway, that's what I want to do for as far as that goes, but I have so many things that I also need to be doing. One of them is sitting right there. For some reason, it'll crank up and it'll run down the road, and if I slow down, it'll die out. I've had to replace one of the fuel injectors on it and a couple of things, but it's just never been right. It doesn't, you know, I'm not sure exactly what I need to do to this thing, but I'm going to get it right. It just needs a good cleaning. I've replaced an astronomical amount of parts on it. The top, sides, and all that stuff is in great shape. Let's see, you probably saw the episode where I fixed all the lights, and everything on it's good except for the motor runs like a top usually. So, and I also replaced the lights and you know, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I want to get that back up and running tip top, so that I can resell it as well, because I really don't need it anymore. I've got the Bronco, and I've got a pickup truck, and so anyway, and I've got this thing here, which is a piece of junk. Don't ever buy a bighorn from the tractor store, because nobody will work on it. Runs good, everything about it is good, except it doesn't charge the battery, and no one will work on it. So you've been through that story. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to sit right here, and I'm going to I was kind of trying to figure out now, Rick, what do you want to talk about today as far as your little lesson is concerned? Well, me and my uncopious amount of gray matter was at my desk reading something, and it was actually out of this devotion book, and it says Romans 20 tells us that there is no excuse for those who don't believe, as God has revealed who He is to everyone through all that He has created. Wow, that got me thinking. I need to go read Romans 1:20. So when I got to reading that, you can't stop at 20. You have to read really that whole chapter, because it always comes up. Well, everybody needs to be saved. Well, what about that guy in Ethiopia or Africa that never gets the word? Well, this kind of explains that, okay? God in His infinite wisdom and through creation, and Him putting a desire in your heart to worship Him. So they don't really have an excuse, because it's been instilled in them that they need to worship a superior being, a spirit. So, I can't answer that question as far as if no one has ever reached out to them. I do know that God has given that opportunity and that discipline to us. We're supposed to go out. Remember when He said, go out and spread my word? Okay, well, that's what that is. But anyway, this session has been kind of short because I looked at it. And so I'm going to read a little bit of this. And, here's a question also, and I know I'm rambling, but here's a question that I was also asked this week. Hey, Rick, do you believe in the rapture? Well, yes, I do. In fact, I believe that we may be in it. And you go, wait a minute. They've been saying that for years. Well, when is Christ coming back? During World War II, they thought that was happening because of Germany taking over the world and all this kind of stuff. Well, that didn't happen, did it? But I'm going to read you something here that is going to, we're supposed to have signs that the rapture's coming. Let me read something to you here. But God shows His anger from heaven against all sinful, wicked people who suppress the truth by their wickedness. They know the truth about God because He has made it obvious to them. Now, this is what I was fixing to read. For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth, the sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see invisible qualities, His eternal power, His divine nature. So they have no excuse for not knowing God. Okay, bing, there it is right there. But listen to this. Yet they knew God, but they wouldn't worship Him. So they know God. They know there's a God. But they wouldn't worship Him, even giving Him thanks. And they began to think up foolish ideas of what God was like. As a result, their minds became dark and confused. Claiming to be wise, they instead became utter fools. They instead of worshiping the glorious, ever-loving God, they worship idols to make them look like mere people. That's our celebrities. Birds and animals and reptiles. So listen to this. So God abandoned them to do whatever shameful things their heart desires. As a result, they did vile and degrading things to each other's bodies. Does that sound familiar? They traded the truth about God for a lie. So they worship and serve things God created instead of the Creator Himself, who is worthy of eternal praise. That is why God abandoned them to their shameful desires. Even women turned against women the natural way, instead indulging in sex with each other. The men, instead of having normal sexual relationships with women, burned with lust for each other. Men did shameful things with other men, and as a result of this sin, they suffered within themselves the penalty that they deserved. Now, I know that's harsh. I'm not going to read the rest of it. It even gets worse. But I just read what could have come out of the newspaper today. Of course, it won't be in the newspaper because that is not their objective, right? They have a narrative, and it ain't the Bible, and it ain't Christians. And by the way, I was watching a show, and it said that if you'll notice in the Bible, it never gives the definition of a Christian person. Now, you and I know what that definition is, but if it's not defined in the Bible, that means that people will call themselves Christians by any definition. No, we're Christ followers. A Christian is a Christ follower. That's the true definition, but that's not in the Bible. What is in the Bible is for us to follow Christ, be like Christ, and spread His word. Okay? Now, your job is to spread Christ's word. Your job is not to save someone. So when people say, well, I don't know what to say, right, exactly. God doesn't want you to say anything. He wants to speak through you. He wants to speak through you. He wants you to plant the seed so that He can grow it. He's the gardener, not you. Okay? And when you plant the seed and it's rejected, that ain't on you. You just did your job, right? But if that seed takes off and starts growing, you need to be there with them. Okay? Don't turn your back on them. A lot of these new Christians that come to church and give their life to Christ, then all of a sudden, nobody goes and follows up with them. That's where they get lost in the crack. And that's a shameful thing. People need to grab them and say, hey man, come on, go with me. We got this classroom. I like this teacher. And on and on. Let them grow. But your job is not to save them. Your job is to plant the seed. Okay? Hey guys, I know it was a little long lesson and a little winded, but I felt like that needed to be heard. They asked me, why? All right, well, they asked me, why do you think we're in the rapture? Look at the signs. Look at all the signs. You see stadiums being filled up with young people and people alike that are praising God. I'm telling you, things are changing. And you need to be on the side with the changed. Alright? Yes. Hey, do me this favor. How about doing something good for God to let Him know that you love Him back? Okay? I don't know what that is. And another thing, do, Lord, trust me. Teach me, Lord, to do what it is you want me to do, and then throw tasks at me. Now, if you don't want to do something for God, don't do it, because He's going to send them to you. I'm telling you right now. All of a sudden, you're going to go bam, 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 and you're going to have to figure out which one you want to do. So, do something good for God. Let Him know you love Him back this week, okay? All right.
Hey, Mr. Rick, don't forget to tell them not to litter. It ain't pretty.
I just love that man. What else?
Tell them to be sweet.
Okay, he said be sweet. I will tell them, y'all be sweet. And look, if you made it this far, I want you to do me a favor. I just noticed at the time of the recording of this that I have 666 subscriptions. I asked my wife about that. I said, I've got 666 subscriptions. And she said, that's okay. All that means is incomplete. That is true. So, if you're hearing this, if you're here and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Get me at least up to 667. 7 is the perfect number. Hey, if you're still here, thank you so much. And just know that I love you. And we'll do this again every Thursday, all right? I'll see you then. PeaRoy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good, Mr. Rick. How you doing? You heard any good jokes lately?
Yeah, I've heard a few jokes. I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and tell mine,
All right.
and then you tell yours. All
Okay.
right? I'm gonna tell my short jokes and my long jokes at the same time.
That
Get
sounds
this
like a
thing
good
over with,
idea.
all right?
All right, that's
All
good.
right. Well, let's see here. You know what? I won't ever date a person that plays tennis. You know why?
Why is that?
Because love means nothing to them.
Oh, I get it. Like love 15, 30.
That's right. 30 love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. That's funny.
Well, you know, I have a joke about time travel,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna tell it because none of y'all liked it anyway.
Oh, we've heard it. Huh? Okay.
That's right, y'all heard it.
Okay.
So tell me, what is the opposite of irony?
What's the opposite of irony?
Wrinkledy.
Wrinkly. Wrinkly. Okay. All right, I get it. Give me that.
Did you hear about the zombie bodybuilder that hurt his back?
No, I guess I didn't hear that. What
Yeah, he was deadlifting.
Oh, deadlifting. I get it.
Yeah,
Oh.
deadlifting. Yeah, that's right.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna tell you my long joke
Okay,
now. All right,
all right,
all right. It goes like this, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, there's this preacher,
Great.
and he was standing up at the pulpit, and he said,
Okay.
"Look here, if there's anybody out here that's visiting that'd like for me to come visit them
Oh,
at
okay.
home and talk to them about joining our church, I'd love to do that. Just leave your address and maybe directions, whatever, how to get to your house there in the collection plate, and I'll come visit you."
They do that.
Well, that Monday he started looking there, and there was one of them visitation cards there. Okay, well, they want him to come visit.
Okay.
So he looks there and he said, "Okay, well I'll go visit these folks."
Okay.
So they had written down instructions, you see.
Okay.
And so he's got his car there, and he's riding along there. Okay, Highway 31, driving along there.
Yeah.
Okay, turn at the first dirt road on the left, County Road 16.
Okay. 16.
He turns there and goes to County Road 16. He's going down the dirt road about 30 or 40 miles.
Oh my goodness.
And then it says, pull up in the driveway in between the two pickets, in between the fence there, barbed wire fence.
Barbed wire
He pulls up in there, and it looks like a little pig trail, you know, almost. He's only got two grooves in the dirt, you know. So he drives along there. Well, he's been driving now for about an hour.
Oh my goodness.
And
Where the world
they
is
said,
this?
stop here at the fence. And when you get to the fence, walk down this little trail. And so he walks down to the trail, and he gets to the trail, and then it says, cross the creek. My goodness. And there's a rope there. So he grabs the rope, and he backs up, and he swings across the creek and jumps on the other side. He walks on down the trail, and sure enough, there's a house.
Oh, how? Okay. Well,
So he walks up to the house, and up there he walks up on the porch, and there's a little tiny sign on the door.
Oh, no. Oh.
Takes the sign, he looks at it, it said, sorry I missed you, gone to the country for the weekend.
Oh, my goodness. Where's
I
the
know,
country
right?
to them?
Oh, we're talking country.
Yeah.
I'm going, good Lord, if that ain't country, where did they go?
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
My goodness.
All right, well, let me tell my joke then. All right?
All right, you tell yours.
Okay. How does a squid go in the mouth?
I don't know.
Well armed, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's well armed, all right.
Why do oranges put on sunscreen?
I don't know.
So they don't peel.
Don't peel. well,
That's right.
get the deal on. Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, look here. You never criticize a person until you've walked in their shoes a mile.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is, if you walked in their shoes a mile, you're a mile away from them, and you got their shoes.
You got
right.
the shoes too,
You got
huh?
their shoes too.
Oh man, that's good. All right, PeaRoy, you go ahead and tell your long joke now. All
All
right.
right, I can do that. So there was this woman, and she had twins, and bless her heart, she couldn't raise them, so she had to give them up for adoption.
Adoption. That's a shame.
Well, one of the twins went to a family in Egypt, and they named him Juan.
One.
And so the other family was from Spain, and they named him Amal.
Amal,
And so
okay.
one day the lady was sitting there, and she got this picture in the mail, and it was Juan.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And so she turned around and look here, here's Juan. And so she said to her husband, I wish Jamal would send me a picture of him.
You don't say.
And the husband turned around and looked, they twins. If you seen one, you seen them all.
Well, I guess you have seen them both, haven't you?
That's funny.
You Warren seen them all, that's right. Hey, look here. It's in the rain. Ain't nothing happening right, so hey, we got this, right? Hey, let's have a great week anyway. Talk to
I
you later.
agree, Mr. Rick. It's all right. Hey, look here. Y'all have a great one too, all right?